So, can you start from the beginning?
Well, we're talking about a vacation that the Gilmores, Goslings, and McVeighs decided to take together. The Goslings had 3 boys on their boat, and the Gilmores had 2 boys, and the McVeighs had 3 boys. And let's see, and that was the age where we didn't carry any soda on our boat, and Kirk liked Coca-Cola, and he'd go around to the other boats and accept Coca-Cola. It's the only Coca-Cola he got, so they called him the Coca-Cola Kid. And we got to Mystic, and the J.P. Morgan was there. Oh, we got a picture of Albert Lima standing by the J.P. Morgan. He came along in his red powerboat that he had built.
Wow.
So I guess there were the 4 boats then. And we were going up Long Island Sound, and we were going into different places together, and we got to a place called 3 Mile Harbor, and we could see there was a carnival ashore. So we started into this harbor, and it was very windy, and we had the chart out in the cockpit, and we were looking at it, watching it come into this little harbor up in New York, and the wind took it and blew it right overboard.
Oh no.
And there wasn't anything we could do about it. We couldn't get it back. So the powerboats were ahead of us. They were earlier coming in. So we followed them in to the harbor to where it was. And then they were tying up at the dock. And then so the kids could go over to the carnival. And I'm looking, and Ernie, we're the only keel boat with the 6-foot keel. And I forgot which one it was. I think it was maybe the Weekender. Because Howard was...
That sounds about right.
Howard was... No, he wasn't a baby on that trip. That was really... Anyway, we followed them into the harbor, and they were all tying up at the dock. And Ernie's and I are always stuck out away from the others where the deep water is. So I said to Ernie, why can't we tie up at the dock where everybody else is? And he says it's not deep enough, so I called over the other boats. How deep is it at the dock? They said, the fella says it's 12 foot over here. Well, I don't know what the tide did to change it. But anyway, I persuaded Ernie, it's deep enough there. We can go over to the dock. We don't have to stay way out here because the kids want to go in and go to the carnival. So he finally said, all right, reluctantly. So we got in at the dock, and then it was about getting near bedtime, about an hour before bedtime. We were on the bottom, and the tide was going out, and the boat was laying over, and laying over, and it got over so quite a bit, and I was made to sleep on the dock on the high side because I was the one that said, it's all right. He wasn't even being nice and letting me sleep on the bunk. I think I ended up the night on the floor on a quilt because I was to blame. So
right.
So we the rest of the trip went very nicely. We had a good time. When Ernie went back to Rotary, a fellow from Pawtucket, it was the East Province Rotary, who Ernie didn't particularly like. He was kind of a loudmouth lawyer judge. And he yells across the room, "Hey, Ernie McVeigh, was that you? I saw aground in 3 Mile Harbor last week." And Ernie just about died.
I bet.
There was no way he could deny that he was aground in 3 Mile Harbor, so he never forgave me for that.
Oh.